Alyssa Mercante loves to be the center of attention, and over the past couple of months, she has been desperate to put her 2 cents into the conversation about the culture war, even if she's receiving much negative attention for it. But now it seems that Alyssa has created a list of creators who have made videos about her, like myself. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, over the past few months, she has done her very best to push her personal brand of activism, and of course, she has been desperate to attack anybody on the other side of the culture, where people she doesn't agree with, people that do not have the same opinions as her. And now she has admitted that she's made a full list of content creators who have dared to talk about her. She had made this tweet, which of course she very quickly deleted because she realized it wasn't a good look. She said, "This is an incomplete list of YouTube videos about me and the creators who make them. I'm not watching these because I'm sure they would cause irreparable psychic damage, but this is just something you should all see." So she is claiming that she hasn't watched all of them, which I totally and completely do not believe. She is someone who I think kind of gets off on the idea of people talking about her and giving her some kind of attention. Even if it's negative, she's kind of the mindset of all press is good press, even if it's negative press. But she decided that she was going to share it. Now, of course, this is just a god-awful list, because all it really is copy and pasted URLs. There's really no, method to this madness, it seems. But luckily, people decided to go through and see who was on this list. As you can see, column 1 is Hypnotic, 2 Smash JT, 3 Polished Productions, 4 is me. I actually made the list, guys. Look at me, I'm so popular. I love getting Alyssa's attention. Great. Column 5, Atreus. Column 6, Ryan, 7 Geeks and Gamers, World of Paradise, Cinder Shadow, one of the mods for our channel, Slotham, Minimal Effort Gaming, John Trent, Angry Badger, John Delarose, and I'm sure that there are more, but of course, people are saying things like, these are the only ones I had the patience of typing in, but it just seems that she is creating a list of basically anybody who has talked about her. And instead of doing this, she should be playing games and writing guides, because making these YouTube lists and then sharing them publicly just makes her look even more insane than she already did. But of course, she doesn't do that, because writing game guides doesn't give her a way to talk about her activism. Of course, she isn't worried about games and if they're good or not, just if they contain the message she agrees with, and either they get her stamp of approval or they don't. It seems just as simple as that. And of course, it's interesting that she decided to create this list that, of course, other people could use as a means to attack anybody who simply disagreed with her, because of course she had recently said, "Oh, we're making hit lists now? Normal, sane, fully legal behavior." She initially attacked Sweet Baby Inc. Detected for being a list that simply compiled games that Sweet Baby Inc. was affiliated with. She said that that was not okay behavior, that that wasn't good, and she recently said that making hit lists is, of course, sarcastically, normal, sane, fully legal behavior. But what is she doing? She is making a list that simply compiles content creators who have talked about her. Now, I personally don't care if I'm on this list or not. She's allowed to make these lists, just like Cabrutus was allowed to make the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected list, but her hypocrisy is on full display here. Now, of course, I think that she is making this list because she probably believes she could be fired, so she's compiling what she thinks will strengthen her case. Like, look at these nut jobs, you're gonna fire me over these lunatics. But this is the type of thing that you don't share with the internet. It just proves that you are as egotistical as we all have been saying for months at this point, that you are a complete and utter narcissist, and again, a full hypocrite. Now, this is my video that ended up on the list. Kotaku's Alyssa stirs up more drama after leaving social media and messaging a YouTuber's wife. Of course, this is only 10 days old. It's got 10,000 views, but it just seems that maybe Alyssa is one of the 2 dislikes that is on this video. It just seems that she really is trying to get as much attention surrounding her as possible, and that's what basically everybody is saying at this point in these threads, like the Master of the TDS thread, which of course brought my attention to the matter. It just seems that she is desperate for this attention. She had actually initially replied to the tweet. Now, of course, I've been blocked by her for months at this point. God forbid you have a conversation with somebody you disagree with, or that doesn't have the same opinions as you. But she actually had responded. She said, "I have made myself clear you were blocked. Stop stalking me and harassing me." Master of the TDS is not stalking her or harassing her. She's been saying the same thing about Mark Kerr, and I'm sure she would say this about any content creator that's simply discussing her on the internet. But when you are a public figure, people are allowed to take your tweets and make posts about them and videos about them and discuss them. And even though she, constantly locks her account down, she blocks anybody who she does not agree with, that is still not stalking. You are a public figure who's making public posts, who's writing public articles, and Master of the TDS even said that. Let's clarify, I never stalked you, nor do I have an interest. I have never made a video about you, but because some of my work on Twitter, people send me posts and I choose to comment on one that I got sent. It seems hypocritical. That's all that's happening here. She just cannot accept the truth that sometimes people are, going to talk about you on the internet. If I went around and I highlighted every single time somebody talked about me, I would have a massive, massive list. I mean, she's got a pretty hefty list here. Let's be honest. And a lot of these categories, a lot of these columns have not even been, basically deciphered yet, because it's not like you can click on them and see exactly. I mean, there are dozens and dozens here, and I bet that she probably had more to add to the list. But again, it's not a very good look that she just casually dropped this like it wasn't that big of a deal, like everybody was going to agree with her. A Master of the TDS had also posted, Alyssa deleted the post about the list of creators that she has made, only to post this because I'm assuming she's mad. How dare anyone make lists unless she's doing it? It is true. It's okay when she does it. Rules for thee, but not for me. People are saying things like, funny, the last list I was placed on, the people that placed me on the list went bankrupt months later. That's what Cinder Shadow said. People are saying, oh, they aren't blind to it. They just don't care. You know who else put people on lists? Yeah. She attacked Cabrutus simply for making a list of games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on. A list that, for all intents and purposes, Sweet Baby Inc. and Kim Belair and whoever else works there should have been proud of, that they were getting basically attention, that people were talking about them. You have to be careful with that psychic damage. She really does sound like a Looney Tune, let's be honest. Now, like I have said in multiple videos now about Alyssa and Sweet Baby Inc., if she wanted to come on the channel and have a genuine conversation, human being to human being, not yelling and screaming and arguing, I would do it, but she doesn't really seem to want to discuss her stance and her opinions with people that she simply disagrees with. So it will be interesting over the next couple of days and weeks if she actually makes another statement, if she releases another updated list that she claims she hasn't watched any of the videos on. Only time will tell, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.